Hello guys and welcome to my channel, Sincerely Jacqueline. Today I have 3 boho room decor ideas for you today, and they are using a majority of Dollar Tree items, so they're inexpensive and you guys are going to love them, so stay tuned. So for the first DIY, we're going to be doing this wall art. So you're going to need some poster board, you're going to need some raffia ribbon, some black paint. So I hope you can see this. I'm just tracing out a shape of a half circle, and you can use any tool in your house that you would like. Next, I'm just going to cut out my pattern. And I'm just doing that to make it easier for me to figure out placement of where I would like the half circles to be. Initially, I wanted to place the half circles like this, but in the end, I did change my mind. So what you want to do is take your pattern and trace it onto your poster board. Next, you want to take a black pen and trace out your pattern. I did this step to make it easier for me to paint. Next, I'm taking some black acrylic paint and filling in my pattern. Next, you want to grab a piece of your raffia ribbon, and you want to cut a long piece that is the same size as the bottom diameter of your half circle. Then you want to cut some smaller pieces, and you're going to use these smaller pieces for your fringe. Now you want to continue this technique until you basically have a fringe that looks like that. So I decided to change the shape of my wall hanging, so I actually cut out my poster board and glued it onto another poster board. But if you like the placement of your half circles, you can skip this step. Next, I took the fringe that I created and I glued it to the base of my half circle. I took the darker color and glued it onto the bottom, and the lighter color and glued it at the top of my other half circle. And here is the final product so far. Next, I found this Dollar Tree frame, and I just put the picture into the frame. Now, unfortunately, this picture frame did not have anything to hang it, so I'm just attaching some twine to the back. Now, guys, I absolutely love this wall art that I created. I like it because it's really different than some of the wall art that you find, and I love how textured it is. Now, guys, you can do whatever you'd like with this piece and create whatever shape that you'd like. And I hope that you were inspired to make your own wall art. So DIY number 2 is going to be this wall yarn hanging. And what you're gonna need is a cardboard box or some type of cardboard, some yarn of your choice. And you're going to need this wood contact paper that I got from the Dollar Tree. So what you wanna do is take your cardboard and trace out a circle. Next, you want to cut out that circle. Next, you want to take that circle and cut that in half. That way you have two semicircle pieces. Next, you want to apply your wood contact paper. Now, unfortunately, the contact paper from the Dollar Tree didn't really stick well, so I did have to add some hot glue to reinforce the edges. Next, you want to create a fringe using your yarn. And you're going to use the same technique as we used in the first DIY. Now for this portion of the DIY, you can use any type of yarn or color yarn that you would like. And you want to continue this technique until you get to the end of your yarn. Once you applied all your yarn and created a fringe, next you want to glue your yarn onto the back of your cardboard half circle. You want to be very careful with this step not to burn yourself. Once you have finished gluing your fringe, next you just want to clean up and cut off the excess amounts of yarn. Now to hang this wall hanging, I just applied some twine to the back of the half circle. And guys, here's the final product of our boho yarn hanging. I actually made two of them and put them side by side. The first one I made longer than the second one to create a really interesting wall hanging. You can use whatever color yarn that you like to create this. I decided to go for some really nice fall colors, and I hope that you guys really enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. So for the last DIY, we're making this boho basket. This basket was inspired by another YouTuber who created something very similar, and her name is In the Event with Kareem, and I'll link her original video below. Please check her out. She is super creative and I love watching her videos. So for this DIY, you are going to need the raffia ribbon again, and you're going to need two Dollar Tree straw hats. So first you want to remove the ribbon on the hat. You want to remove the tags, and you also want to remove the glue and the adhesive on the hat. Next, you want to cut out a section of your hat like so. Just to let you know, guys, it's not going to be perfect because the hat is uneven. Now I'm just taking a small area from the top and you want to set that piece aside because we will be using it later on. Now you want to do the same thing to your other hat, but you don't want to cut a hole in it. Next, you want to cut out a circle, and I'm just trimming the circle, and you want it to fit at the bottom of your basket. Next, you want to glue that cardboard to the bottom of your basket, and then you want to glue that extra piece on top. And what we're basically doing is adding a more sturdier structure to the bottom of your basket. Next, you want to glue your two pieces together. Now you want to be really, really careful if you're applying some hot glue to the area. Now I wanted a wider opening, so I'm just cutting some extra pieces off the top opening of my basket. Next, I'm just cutting off any excess material. Next, I'm just grabbing some of my extra material from my hat, and I'm going to be creating some handles. So unfortunately, guys, for some reason, I have lost the footage of me actually gluing the handles on to the basket, but what you're going to want to do is just glue the handles onto the basket. Next, what you're going to need is your raffia ribbon, and we're going to make some raffia pom-poms. We're going to be making something like that. So you're going to need some cardboard cut into a square shape, and you're going to be wrapping your raffia around the cardboard. Now remember, the more times you wrap your raffia around the cardboard, the thicker your pom-pom will be. Next, you want to slide it off the cardboard. And you want to tie a bow into the center of your raffia. Next, you just want to cut your folds. And you want to snip the excess. And then you want to fluff out your raffia to make a really cute pom-pom. Now I went ahead and made 3 more pom-poms, 2 in a darker raffia color and 1 in a lighter one. And what I'm going to do is attach it to the front of my basket. Now again, you want to be very careful when you're applying the glue. Okay guys, and there you have it, your cute boho looking basket. Now you can actually style this basket in a lot of ways. Here I put my favorite plant in it, and you can use it as a planter. What I did is I just put in a foam piece to raise the plant, or you can use it as storage. And I absolutely love how this came out. So guys, I hope that you loved these 3 boho DIY home decor items. I absolutely loved all 3 projects, but I would like to hear from you guys. Which project was your favorite? Please comment below. If you want more information about each product and all the materials I used, please head to my blog at www.sincerelyjaclyn.com. And also guys, to get more updates from me, please add me to Instagram. My Instagram is Sincerely Jaclyn. I would love to see what you guys create. If you do recreate any of my DIYs, please tag me there so I can share it with the rest of my audience. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at my next DIY. Bye.